Good day, everyone. You're welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program. Production of RCCG Christ Church Radio with Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, the focus is on personal cost-cutting measures amidst high inflation. In the past few months, Nigeria's inflation rate has been on a rapid increase, reaching the highest level in 28 years at 31.7% in February 2024. An extended period of rising prices can significantly impact your financial plans. Periods of high inflation can be unpredictable, and there's no way to accurately measure how high inflation might climb or how long it will last. Higher prices mean you need to be more strategic about spending to optimize your income. As such, it is paramount to take some steps to protect your personal finances from inflation's worst impacts. Here are 5 important things to consider. 1. Budget review. Budgeting helps you plan and figure out the best way to allocate your resources. It must also be realistic. During periods of high inflation, you will have to allocate more funds to essential expenses that are likely to be affected by inflation, which can be achieved by reducing spending in other non-essential categories to accommodate these increases. While a common budgeting strategy, the 50-30-20 rule, states that you can allocate 30% to wants, you may need to readjust this allocation to 10% and increase the allocation given to savings, which then brings the figure up to 40%. Being more intentional about the amounts within your spending categories can eliminate impulse purchases. 2. Front-load expenses. Nigeria's inflation has continually increased over the past 15 months. Constantly rising prices can increase significant financial stress and anxiety. By front-loading your expenses and bulk purchasing, you effectively hedge against future price hikes and ensure greater financial stability. This ensures you have sufficient resources to cover your basic needs throughout the budgeting cycle. It can also lead to more disciplined financial behavior and ultimately contribute to long-term cost savings. 3. Debt management. In periods of high inflation and interest rates, debt can become even more burdensome as the real value of money decreases over time and the cost of servicing debt escalates. Therefore, effective debt management strategies are essential. This may involve renegotiating loan terms with creditors to secure more favorable interest rates, prioritizing debt repayments to minimize interest expenses, and exploring options such as debt consolidation or refinancing to streamline repayment efforts. Additionally, creating and adhering to a comprehensive budget can help you prioritize debt repayment amidst inflationary pressures. Also, if you have access to cheap finance, significantly lower than the inflation rate, to purchase essential products and make payments over time, it may reduce your spending over time. 4. Multiple income streams. One of the biggest problems with inflation and higher prices is that incomes don't rise accordingly. Finding ways to increase your income can make periods of extended inflation easier to get through and budget for. You can start a side hustle or side business, take a part-time or second job that doesn't conflict with your full-time job, or even start investing. This gives the potential to generate passive income. 5. Investments. When investing, it is advisable to incorporate inflation-proof investments like commodities into your portfolio. These asset types tend to retain their value or appreciate in price during periods of inflation, making them attractive investments for investors seeking protection against rising prices. This can be further supplemented by investing in high-yielding instruments like commercial papers and stocks that generate positive real returns on your investments. A real return is obtained when the interest being paid out or earned is greater than the prevailing inflation rate. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another interesting and insightful session. For questions, comments, and feedback, kindly forward to ebo.ayodeji@gmail.com or send an SMS to 070-8246-3747. Stay blessed.